From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Handoff, Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going to score. He's got the five.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo, welcome to the Top of the Bleachers. It is December 15th, 10 days till Christmas. It's almost here. Happy Monday, if you can call Mondays happy. But what's up, fellas? Special guest again, Mr. Johnny Vegas with us. Oh, I don't have the things up. Hold on. But happy Monday, guys. What's up? How y'all doing?
How is anybody supposed to know who the hell we are without our name tags up?
Voila!
The better question is, who cares?
Hey, there's like one or two out there.
I'm just saying, I am back by unpopular demand.
Yeah. We had a vote. They said bring back the worst one ever.
Worst one you've ever had, bring him back.
Well, you're only number 2 that we ever had, so it's not a lot of competition. So.
Well, top 50% anyway, right?
Yeah, we need to have Benji on again sometime.
Hey, you are the only one that has ever come back. We haven't had
Returning guest.
returning guest. Yeah.
Oh man. Bro, we had all kinds of stuff going on this weekend. We got stuff in the real news, like freaking Rob Reiner dying and stuff. That's kind of sad.
Yeah. Hey, before we get into that, I got a great story.
John Cena retired. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No. So I got this great story, man. So the other night I'm out at the shop and it's dark. So I shut the shop light out and I step out onto the porch, and Maple, my dog, is standing about halfway between the house and the door. And the dog door is shut. Okay. So when I come out, we have like this Mexican standoff. You ever had the Mexican standoff with your dog, and you do like the fake step and they go crazy or whatever? So we have the Mexican standoff.
Man, I know where this is going.
And then I did the fake step, and she turned around and ran head first into that dog door. Knocked the dog door all the way down the hallway. I mean, tore it all the way off the door. Broke the screws and stuff that held the door on. I was surprised she didn't have a concussion or a broke neck. She hit that thing fat.
Now you got a big hole in your house?
No, I got it fixed. I had to go to Ace Hardware and get some. Luckily, this is like the third dog door that I've had to replace. I am an expert.
You're an expert.
You ever want a dog door put in? I can do it.
Is that something that breaks a lot?
Well, I had one dog that stayed with us. We were dog sitting for a week, and it got locked in the backyard while we went to town. And when we came home, he had annihilated the back door, eating it, trying to get inside. So yeah, that was door number 1. And then door number 2, it just wear and tear after a while. You know, your dog's going in and out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've replaced the little curtain I don't know how many times, man.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I wondered how much those tear. I never thought about it before because I've never had one. But
Well, I do want one installed because we've taught ours to ring a bell when she wants to go out. So every time you go sit down on the couch, she goes over and rings the bell.
Yeah.
You go up, let her out. And then she rings the bell, get back in. She does it on purpose.
There's good things and there's bad things about it. Good thing is, you know, the dog can go out, and I worry about when both of us are gone about there being a house fire or something like that and them not being able to get out. I know it's stupid, but it'd be a terrible way to go. I mean, just burn up in a fire.
that'd be bad.
So,
Don't they make fancy ones like you have a collar on when they get close to it, the door opens and they go through it?
yeah, I've seen ones that like you can put one on your dog and not on your cat. So your dog can go in and out, but your cat can't. Now, I figure your cat is smart enough it could just follow the dog, but I don't know.
Strange.
I don't know.
I got Live 360, on my the app on my phone, so we track everybody in the family almost. And it keeps popping up these ads. Add your pet. Add your pet.
Oh yeah.
And so you can add them. They already have those chips, GPS things for a long time or whatever. But this is even more.
Well, the microchip only helps you out if somebody turns your dog in, like your dog gets lost.
Those don't have tracking on them.
Yeah, they take it to the vet. The vet scans it and says, "Oh, this dog belongs to so and so." It doesn't have but they could do that. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't. I mean, eventually they're going to try and put that in us. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Some sort of chip.
Well, you have to have a power source though. So I mean,
so how's this work? Does it send you a tag that they wear or something? How does the thing do it though? I never hit the button to say, yeah, let's do it. How does it track it?
It's got to be a tag that goes on their collar or something.
Yeah, you got to add a tag to their collar or something like that.
Yeah, well.
You got to get your dog a phone plan.
Yeah,
no kidding. That's probably not too far away from that. Got a data package for my Pomeranian. Anyway, what else been going on? Anything else been going on? We can't be going no 2 hours. I got stuff. We can't be doing no 2 hours.
All right, well, let's get into it. What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about new power rankings? You want to talk about NFL? What you want to talk about?
Man, I got some NFL pulled up right now, so let's talk about that, and I can go through these games as we talk about them and mark them off. Even though we got the one tonight, right? We got Miami and Pittsburgh tonight.
Yeah, Miami and Pittsburgh. My daughter's actually at that game.
Oh, awesome. Nice.
I think it's going to be about 3 degrees tonight.
I'm glad it's her because it is. It's 15 at kickoff and dropping.
Oh my God.
I know, I checked a while ago in Chicago is -3 degrees right now. So
it's 15 at kickoff and it's supposed to get to -6 by the end of the game.
I saw this video of this guy that was at Buffalo and he opens his Pepsi.
Yeah.
And immediately went started slushing up, and then he started pouring it out. And by the time he poured it out, he was squeezing it out like it was slushy. I was like, that's too cold. That's just.
I had the Texans pick, Brandon, so I'm with you. I had the Texans picked in that ball game. Cards suck.
Cards suck.
I was thinking about it today, man, just how upside down the NFL is from say last year or 2 years ago. Jacksonville sitting at the top, Kansas City sitting at the bottom. Broncos have gotten good over the last couple of years. They look really good. It's just crazy, man. Detroit.
Okay. So that's one of the things I wanted to ask. There are 6 teams in each division that have been eliminated so far from the playoffs. But there are only 2 teams that have clinched a spot after week 15. When's the last time we went into the last 3 weeks with only 2 teams that had a guaranteed spot? It's been a long time.
I don't know. It seems like it's always crazy like that. You need Buffalo to win and so to lose, and then all these things have to happen.
I guess if you really want the NFL to have some parity and some evenness, though, you want it to be like that.
Oh yeah,
right. I mean, it gets boring watching the same teams up at the top all the time. I mean, it's nice it's nice if it's your team. I mean, it's really nice if it's your team, but
don't worry about Kansas City. Everybody but the Cowboys injured, so you're good.
Yeah, poor Minshew. I felt bad for old Minshew having to go in and finish out that ball game. I mean, I almost feel like Mahomes got injured on purpose just so he didn't have to do it.
Did you see that comparison to Brady?
Yes.
They both got hurt. Such age. Both of them had won 3 Super Bowls. Blah, 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 blah. He's, whatever. Kiss his butt again.
But
anyway.
But Travis Kelce's out too, right?
Oh, does he get hurt?
No, he didn't get hurt, but they're out. I mean, the playoffs are over.
I think Travis got listed on their injury report too.
The only reason to go out and play for any of these teams now is incentives in your contract or if you want to get on to another team, you got to put stuff on tape, I guess. But incentive and contract is pretty much the only reason any of these guys are going to continue playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go through.
Y'all hear about?
So Atlanta.
Y'all hear about?
That's been so long ago. I done forgot it happened. Atlanta beat Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We already talked about that one the other day. And then Bears beat the Browns. How about them Bears, man? Bears just keep winning.
Keep plugging along.
I know my buddy I work with is happy.
Bears fan. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all,
He's been in pain for many years.
y'all hear about this TJ Watt stuff?
Something about his lung, right?
Yeah, so he was doing
dry needling in his own training center.
Yeah, dry needling, which sounds terrible to begin with. Okay. But apparently it's a deeper form of acupuncture.
I really don't know much about it. I know they do it. It's supposed to relieve pain and make you recover. It's supposed to have something to do with, them suction cups they put on you and make little dots all over the swimmers and stuff. It started around the same time to getting popular, and I don't really know what it's supposed to do, but there's a bunch of people who do it.
Hey, you're a history guy, right?
Yeah.
I heard something about George Washington. They said he died from he got sick and he thought it was something wrong with his blood, so he started having them putting leeches on him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he ended up losing so much blood that he got too sick and died.
Yeah.
Is that how George Washington really died?
Yeah, that's really how he died. I think his actual cause of death might be blood poisoning, but yeah, that used to be a big deal, man. They would go in and treat you with leeches, and in the West, they actually started for a long time. They would do they'd let scorpions sting you. It was supposed to be healing, and none of that's dry needling, I guess. But I don't want leeches either.
I don't know. I guess I had George Washington pictured as kind of like your dad. That guy's so tough, nobody could hurt him, right? This guy dies from letting people suck his blood out. What do we do?
You think about the size of a leech. I mean, you have to lose that much blood.
So that's 250 years ago. So like say 250 years from now, are people going to be looking at this TJ Watt story and going, they were doing what?
Okay, so dry needling isn't. You punctured a lung. How deep are you sticking these needles?
Yeah, exactly. How long of a needle are we talking about?
Dang,
I mean, TJ,
that's crazy.
I know TJ Watt's probably ripped and everything, but still, man. I mean, who are you letting do it to? Is this like the water boy, or is this somebody certified? What? Who are you letting do this to you?
It's the Ravens trainer.
It's listed as a treatment where thin, solid needles are inserted into tight knots in the muscles to relieve pain. Often used by athletes, and they get a twitch response from the muscle that's supposed to relieve the muscle stress.
They won't be doing that anymore.
A long way from the muscle.
You trying to open up his lung? What are we doing?
I'm with Brandon. Crazy. Like, you should be using a smaller needle.
The articles don't answer any questions because were you doing it and you fail and you stab you? I mean, what happened?
Bro, if you went to medical school and they don't teach you this. I mean, this should be like medical 101 here, Let's not stick something too long into the patient that kills them. Let's try not to
I'm picturing like Pulp Fiction, like he's got it up over his head. Because
what was that comment that just popped up? That was funny.
That was Brandon. Yeah, Brandon. Measure the needle. Don't let it be long enough to enter the lung. Yeah, they don't teach you that in medical school. Come on.
I bet Brandon didn't even go to medical school. He done figured it out.
I don't
know, man. I think I've actually been interested in because I'm starting to get carpal tunnel and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've actually been interested in acupuncture. But we're talking like a needle this big and it goes like it does not go very deep at all. You know what I mean? We're talking about TJ Watt. I know like the guy's thick, the muscle's probably thick, but I mean, at some point you got to think I'm at least halfway, right? I mean, why are you still jabbing it?
I don't know.
I think I'm going to stick with the little Korean girl.
If you tried to release a muscle anyway, why would it need to be longer than about that long?
I don't know. And was it one of those situations where, hey, TJ, this is Brenda. She's training. We're going to let her train on you today.
I hope not. Oh my gosh.
Real still.
Yeah.
No, and doesn't it sound medieval though? That's how we're relieving muscle pain and aches with a jab you with needles. I mean,
yeah.
I think George Washington had better ideas.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
Hey,
Bears win.
Sticking with the NFL, I got a question for both of you.
Okay.
What's it take for the Cowboys to make it? They got to win the last 3 or not?
They have a
2 out of 3 make it.
They have a
1%. They have to win out, and the Eagles have to lose out. So they have no chance in hell. Yeah, because the Eagles play the Bills in those 3 games. They played the Bills, so they could lose that one. Okay. But then their other 2 games are the Washington Commanders.
Well, the Cowboys play the Commanders, the Giants, which they could win those 2, but they got the Chargers next, and that'll be tough.
Here's the crazy thing. So we split with the Eagles, and we're going to beat everybody else in our division, but we split with the Eagles. So they end up winning the division for some reason. I still ain't figured that out.
So if you win out, but
they beat
Eagles
the other teams,
won, they get in, you don't.
But we beat the other teams too in the division. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the division because it says right here, Eagles are 2-2.
Yeah.
Dallas is 3-1.
3-1.
Is it because you lost to the Eagles twice?
No, we beat the Eagles once. They beat us once. We split.
Yeah,
I do not understand why
that must be
the Eagles have the lead on us. I don't understand.
To go to point difference?
I have no idea what it goes to. I don't know.
No,
but it doesn't help the Cowboys out at all for some reason.
It's because the Cowboys. Who'd they lose to? The Giants.
They lost to everybody. What are you talking about? Who'd they lose to?
In the division, they've only got 1 loss.
They've got 1 loss to the Eagles.
To the
Eagles.
But they also beat the Eagles. That's also one of their wins.
But the rest of the division is not very good either.
Their conference record, their conference record, the Eagles are 7-3 and Cowboys are 3-6 and 1.
Like I said, that's the only place we've done well is in our division. That's the
one that's supposed to matter. That's what
I thought so too.
You got to win your division.
That's why I don't understand, but whatever. I mean, it's not like the Cowboys deserve to go to the playoffs. I'm not arguing that at all. I mean, they suck. Okay. But
you hate to not to get there and get that first round loss, though.
Yeah, really. I mean, we have a tradition to go into the playoffs and going home in the first round. I mean, you talk about, a streak being ended.
Yeah, going to break the streak. That's what I was fixing to say.
We got like a 20-year streak of going home in the first round.
Okay, let's talk about some of these other games because we only talked about 2 so far. Okay, Ravens at the Bengals. Joe Burrow said he's not having any fun. Did you hear that last week?
Yeah, everybody's taking that as a signal for him that he's wants out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Maybe he's saying that maybe he's going to pull a Barry Sanders. Maybe he's just going to go to the house.
He came out and said something about, what's not about Cincinnati. I don't know. Maybe
he needs to take his millions of dollars and go have fun in the offseason, just play the freaking game.
Maybe. I mean, he was hurt, a long period of the season there, and then now I think what are they? 4-10, lost 2 in a row.
His job is
I kind of get where he's coming from.
Games. His job ain't to have fun. And Doug went to work today. Did you have a lot of fun? No, we didn't go to fun.
I didn't go to work today. I had a blast.
That's right. You had a day off.
I kind of
do.
get where he's coming from because once you make it to like where he's at the pinnacle, I mean, he's even been to a Super Bowl. He's won an NCAA championship. He lost a Super Bowl, but he went to a Super Bowl. He got the big contract. He's got a crap ton of money in the bank. I mean, pretty much the only reason that you play at that point is because you love the game and you want to go out there and win and have fun. And nobody likes losing. Listen, I played on 3 years of high school football. We went 2-8, 2-8, 2-8. Okay. Losing sucks, and it is no fun. I totally get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I get where Matt's coming from too. You got all that money in the bank, you signed a contract, go
Yeah.
out there and play.
Yeah. Now, if they'd paid me $1 million and we went 2-8, I'd been okay. I've been all right.
It still would have sucked. Come on, man.
It would have sucked, but it'd been a little more fun.
The losing would have sucked, but you'd rented a jet ski in the summer and you've been all right. You have fun.
It'd have been a lot more fun. I'm just saying. Anyway.
I guess, man.
Baltimore blanks them here. 24-0. Oof.
Yeah. They look bad.
And then Chargers and the Chiefs. Chiefs, man. Dang. What a year. And then Holmes tore his ACL at the end of the game there.
Chargers had
eliminated.
I saw a stat that said the Chargers, that was the first game that they had ever won where they had not scored a touchdown. They kicked field goals the entire time and they won the ball game.
Well, I've been high on the Chargers all year, so and I was hoping they'd beat the Chiefs. So
I don't know what's wrong with the Chiefs. I'm probably going to get ran out of the room or whatever, but maybe Andy Reid has run his course in Kansas City. Maybe it's time for him to find a new place to go coach, or maybe, a new situation. I have no idea. Maybe. But it seems like this year that whoever played the Chiefs seemed to have them figured out. So maybe somebody has figured out the Andy Reid cheat code or something like that.
I think there's a couple things probably, like,
one,
they're getting old, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the talent that they've had in the past, I don't think it's quite there either. Like, name a receiver worth of
Hollywood Brown.
You know what I mean? They don't have Tyreek Hill, you know what I mean? And Kelsey's getting old. It's just not as talented as team. And who was it? I forget who they said. Somebody did this before, but they had it down. You can't win every year. You know what I mean? Like, so you're gonna have a down year every now and then. He can come back and win Super Bowl next year. I mean, he's Andy Reid. So,
Andy Reid, I love Andy Reid. Okay. When he left the Eagles and went to Kansas City, I wanted him to come to the Cowboys. I pleaded, please get Andy Reid. This is exactly what the Cowboys need is Andy Reid. Let's get Andy Reid. Of course, my calls fell on deaf ears. Jerry didn't listen to me, like always. And we ended up with, I don't even remember. I think Bill Parcells or somebody like that was around the same time.
Back then? Oh, man, that was a long time ago. I don't remember.
But that's how long he's been at Kansas City. Bill Parcells might not be the right one. It might have been somebody
Wade
else.
Phillips, probably who you got.
It could have been Wade Phillips or somebody like that. Anyway, I'm an Andy Reid fan, always have been. But I'm just saying, he reached the Super Bowl with the Eagles, and then they decided to move on from him. And then he went to Kansas City, and he had a really good showing in Kansas City. And now, I don't know, maybe it's time to change course again. Sometimes that invigorates a coach or whatever.
There's just so long you run around with that target on your back, though. Nobody gets up to play like you get up to play the Chiefs because they win all the time, and eventually that catches up with you.
Well, I think also everybody putting the clips out on social media about how the refs cheat for them all the time. I think eventually the referees had to start calling it fair, and when you start calling it fair, it's hard to win.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I think if there's anything that could actually keep the NFL and the NCAA honest, it would be social media, because they will call you out on some bullcrap. Like the other night, that Raiders game. Did any of y'all see this? They're down. This was 2 weeks ago. The spread's 8. They're down 10. There was only 5 seconds left, and Pete Carroll decides to kick a field goal. I mean, how can you not think that is Vegas? And then he goes in the press conference. He's like, well, I was hoping that maybe we'd have 1 second left. You're a lying sack of crap, dude.
No, are you playing the spread? You know you're playing the spread.
Somebody was playing the spread that Pete knew. I'm not saying it was Pete, but somebody is. So
true. Well, anyway,
what's the next game?
We got Bills at the Patriots. Patriots, man. I turned this game off for a little while because they were up 21-0.
It was a good game.
And then I come back and Bills it's right in there in it. And I was like, what is going on?
Do both of y'all know who Dave Portnoy is, right?
Yeah.
One of the most annoying guys in the world, right?
I watch his pictures all the time.
Dave Portnoy puts out this post after they get up 21-0. It's all about, we are the champs of the AFC, and this is the best team we've ever had. I mean, just on and on and on.
Oh my gosh.
And his video that he posted after the game, after they lost by 3 to the Bills, one of the funniest. I mean, I'll give him credit. He ate crow. He was a man about it. He said, all right, maybe I celebrated a little too early. Maybe we got some problems that we need to work on.
I saw his apology, yeah.
Yeah, it was hilarious, man. Hilarious.
Yeah. I can't believe they come back on them like that.
I do think the Bills have a shot to losing the Super Bowl this year, though.
They have a shot to lose. But you never know what you're going to get with them, man. That's all year.
What's worse than
if they could make the Super Bowl and lose, it's just poetic.
Yeah. What's worse in sports? Like, you're at a game, watching your team, and you get up, I don't know, 28, 21 points, and then watch the other team come back and beat you while you're there. Or you're getting annihilated 21-0. You get fed up and leave the ball game, and then your team comes back and wins. Which one?
They left Alabama one time doing that.
Left Alabama. And
walked out of the Razorbacks, man. Said bye. Got in the car and drove off.
He called me. And no, I called him. I was like, you just witnessed one of the greatest comebacks ever. And he's like, yeah, that was awesome. And I could tell by his voice and that there was no sound around him. Like, nobody was yelling, nothing. And I was like, you left early, did you? He's like, yep.
That would suck. Probably. Yeah. That's got to be worse than I think.
But I also went to a Little Rock game against Ole Miss, and we got up like 17 points. And we were celebrating, and we had a couple of Ole Miss fans sitting in front of us, and we were giving them hell, but in a nice way. We weren't like, get out or nothing like that, but we were celebrating and really rubbing it in. And then Ole Miss come back, and here they come, and the wheels fell off, and we end up losing. It's humbling, man. It's very humbling.
I went to Monroe, Louisiana, and watched the Red Wolves in Monroe when I was a season ticket holder, and they were beating us at halftime 28-3. And I was sitting below some Monroe fans, and they were wearing me out. I was pissed. I was ready to fight. I got up and moved to a different section so I didn't have to sit by them. I was so mad. They were laughing at me. We come back and won that game on a field goal at the end. I chased them out of the stadium. Talking trash.
That's how you end up getting stabbed in the parking lot.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was you and I went to Auburn and watched the game. Some of the nicest people we ever met. I mean, just good days. Monroe, Louisiana is probably the most unhospitable place I've ever been in my life. From the time you get out of your car, you got to walk through their tailgate area to the end of the game. They were just ugly to everybody.
Wow.
I've heard that about Mississippi State and baseball. I don't know if that, like the guys that sit out in the outfield and stuff, I've heard that they're like one of the worst. Now, I have not experienced it, but that is what I've heard.
I don't know. Anyway, Buffalo wins that game. Then Commanders beat the Giants. Freaking Giants, man. I thought
they're
I picked
kind
them
of
this week to win that one. We both did.
Okay, but I don't even know why both teams are eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
So if either one of them was Notre Dame, they wouldn't even play.
Well, like I said, they have incentives in their contract. Like you get so many passing yards, you get a bonus at the end of the year. You get so many receiving yards, you get a bonus. If you start so many games, if you play so many games,
Vegas is still putting a line on that game, and I'd almost like to see a rule where you can't put a line on a game where both teams are eliminated. You can't tell what anybody's going to do.
Yeah, it could be tanking.
Yeah, I mean, do you even play your studs? Because I don't want to risk a Mahomes and.
No. Dart played pretty good from what I saw, but they just.
Dart needs as many reps as he can get, and I feel the same way about J.J. McCarthy and
he still
in the Vikings.
Oh, McCarthy threw the giddy on the boys, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was weak, dude.
Whatever.
That was weak.
That was awesome, dude. I mean,
that's
if he was on the other side, if that was your team, you'd be like, yeah. Tell him.
I knew as soon as this is going to sound so defeatist, but it's the truth. I knew as soon as Aubrey missed that field goal, the first one, I was like, this ain't our night. Well, we ain't going to win this ball game. This is not our night. And then when he missed the second one, I was like, yeah, this is destined. We need to go home. We don't need to be playing no more. And I don't know what you do. It would be hard for me as a general manager and as an owner to play Dak and CD and the guys the rest of the year, because, what if Dak tears his other hamstring away from the bone or something like that in a meaningless ball game?
Yeah, I would sure limit their reps in that situation. I mean, thumb reps maybe, but
then look at it from a fan's point of view. Look at it from a fan's point of view. Guys who bought tickets for a game at the end of the season, they had high hopes for the season. Now when they go, they got to watch the backup play. That's kind of crappy,
Yeah, I bought tickets for the Lakers to watch them play one night, and LeBron Kobe didn't even get on the floor. He took the night off.
Well, I had tickets to the Lakers game, played Portland when they were going to open the arena in Little Rock when it was brand new. And then the inspector came out and said it didn't pass inspection.
Cracks in the foundation. Yeah.
I'm like, shouldn't y'all have had it inspected before you scheduled the ball game in there? That seems kind of silly,
Let's see. Up next, Raiders at the Eagles. Eagles just beat the crap out of them, 31-0.
Yeah, Raiders are just.
Let me get that one right.
Trash.
Raiders are trash, man. I feel bad for Max Crosby. He should be on a good team,
Yeah. Back to the Cleveland game for a second. You see, Garrett's one sack away from breaking the season record or whatever.
Oh yeah,
he's got 22 sacks, I think, or something like that.
Wow,
that's crazy.
And
they stink. That was the thing I was going to say, was from the players' perspective, right? Some of them are like trying to get extra money, trying to make bonuses. Sure. They might be like, I ain't sitting. I need to catch 2 more balls, man. I get that, $900,000 bonus. Yeah.
There's actually a clip of Gronk, and it's in a Patriots game, and he needs one more catch for $300,000 or something like that. and they want to pull him because they're winning the ball game by like 30 and they're headed to the playoffs or whatever. And he's like, no. And Tom gets him one more ball for his 300,000 or whatever.
But there's an owner making a payday going, you better not throw it to him.
Yeah, no kidding. You're fired.
Hey, you gonna fire Gronk and Brady before the playoffs? I don't think so.
300,000. That's the whole practice squad salary cap right there now.
And they'll make that. Patriots made that much off of, first round of the playoffs.
Jags whipped up on the Jets. Lowly Jets, bro. Lowly Jets.
Jets are only good when they play Miami.
Let's see. Houston whooped up on Arizona. We called that one. Tuck's been high on the Texans the last few weeks.
Texans look good, man.
Let's see. Packers and Denver. Denver gets the win. 11 in a row, I think they said.
Hey, Broncos.
Parsons goes down with a torn ACL. Hey, Jerry come out on the right side of that train.
Jerry looking like a genius today.
One person in all of America that when Micah went down holding that knee, he was like, yep, told you.
He's like, I told y'all. I tried to tell y'all.
Told you that guy was weak. He was going to break at some point. I wasn't paying that money.
Yeah. Sad, though, still. I hate to see guys.
No, it's very sad. I never want to see that happen to any player, even the ones I really dislike,
Yeah. But yeah, Broncos are good, man. And then the Rams beat the Lions. Take them Lions, man.
Hey.
They can't get over the hump or something this year.
I think what we saw in that Broncos Green Bay game is I think you saw the Broncos in a dirty, nasty fight, and they ended up winning, which is you need one or two games like that if you're going to be a championship team. It's what
Detroit can't do. They can't.
Yeah, Detroit has. Yeah, they can't seem to. So,
I think they lost a lot of one possession games or something. It feels like.
Yeah, I feel like the Broncos could actually make some noise in the playoffs, maybe even win the AFC, but they could also pull a Cleveland Cavaliers, be good all year long, and then in the first round just choke or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, it's tough sledding for them though. They lost. That's the second loss to the Packers now.
The NFL playoffs are tough though because it ain't like the NBA where you get a series. I mean, one game and you're done. You don't play well one night and it's over.
Then how about them? How about them Saints?
Yeah, apparently you have to be totally eliminated from any playoff competition before you play in New Orleans.
Oh, man. If I was a Saints fans, I'd be mad. I'd be like, hey, we want that number one pick. Stop playing so good.
I think this Tyler show or slow or however you saying.
Yeah.
I think that he has showed that he could be a really good backup to somebody. He could be a really good backup to somebody.
It's funny. Let's see what kind of stats he's got for the year. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good here.
He got a couple wins.
I mean, he's been statistically he's been worse than Rattler was.
But he gets wins, and Rattler couldn't, which is weird. It's really weird, man.
It is weird. It is weird.
It's kind of like Kobe Brissett in the Cardinals. The Cardinals still suck, even with Kobe Brissett in there. But the offense seems like it runs better when you have Kobe Brissett in there, who most people would tell you is not as good a quarterback as Kyler Murray, but the offense seems to run better through him for some reason. I don't know.
It's weird because it seems to happen in the NFL a lot, though, because I felt the same way about Tebow when he was in the NFL. His throwing motion's too slow. His arm's too high. He doesn't move right. I thought, well, he's winning games. Every time you
Yeah, he
stick
wins.
he wins. I mean, do you really care if you're winning?
Bro, this is weird.
Sometimes they do, man. Rex Grossman took a Bears team to the Super Bowl. Well, actually, Rex Grossman's defense took a Bears team to the Super Bowl. Rex Grossman, he wouldn't even be a good college quarterback. Okay. He was like, it was just,
Bro.
It's just
Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Trent Dilfer. There's another one. Who's the guy that won one with LA? Gannon. Gannon won a Super Bowl, man.
There was a guy won one with the Jaguars one time too.
No, Jags never won a Super Bowl.
Hostetler was even that way back in the day.
Maybe it's the Panthers, maybe the Carolina Panthers. One of those teams.
Anyway, this is weird about the Saints, bro. They're 4-10, okay, but they're 3-2 in the division, which is the most wins in the division.
It doesn't help them out any. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do we have divisions? If divisions don't count for shit, then why do we have them?
I thought it was.
Why don't we just have an NFL?
They've always said
NFC conference and
division first. I'm looking this shit up. Tired of this.
So yeah, man.
Division, and then the next 4 teams with the best record.
No, it's not, because the Cowboys are tied in the division. So why do the Eagles get or if they win out?
That one.
All right, here we go. Let me read this stuff to you here. 14 teams out of 32 make the playoffs. Okay. Only 2 can earn a first round bye.
Okay.
The one in the AFC, one in the NFC.
Okay.
Those seeds go to the teams with the best overall record.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, number 2 seed, second best record among division winners.
Okay.
3rd seed, third best record among division winners. 4th seed, 4th best record. 5th seed is the best record among wild card teams. So you didn't win your division. Okay. But you still got a better record than someone else in another division. You got a better record.
So
6th,
not
second best, 7th, third best. All right.
So only 3 divisions get in.
Hang on a minute.
1 division gets left out.
This only tells me the playoffs. All right, hang on a minute. How do you qualify? That's what I should have asked. A lot of typing going on. My bad. Let's see. I don't want to know how the playoffs work. I want to know how people get there. I don't know if it's going to tell me.
So Rob Reiner died, Matt. Did you hear about this?
I did hear about that. Murdered, apparently by his own son.
See, I hadn't heard any of the details. You and Big were giving me the details to it.
Well, I hadn't heard any of the details till Big told us in the pre-show.
Yeah. His kids stabbed him.
That's what, yeah. And her. The wife.
And her.
That's sad.
It is. It is.
And I would like to tell you I know a lot about Rob Reiner, but I know he was a big-time director, producer, and he was in All in the Family. But other than that, I don't know much about him.
No. He did
Sleepless
in
from a
Seattle.
Hollywood family, though. I think his dad was actually the guy that did All in the Family.
Carl Reiner.
Carl Reiner, yeah.
Yeah. Carl Reiner did a whole bunch of stuff. He actually did, I think one of Carl Reiner's very first shows was the Dick Van Dyke Show.
I used to love that show.
Which he just turned 100 years old, Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, 100 years old.
100 years old. My grandmother, 2 years older than him. Ha! Yep. And 100. That's a kid. Wouldn't you love to Wouldn't you love for them two to meet and grandmother just to say, you pup. You're such a pup. Look at you.
I don't know, man. I think grandmother would like to not be 103 if you asked her.
Yes. She said the other day that she had thought the Lord had forgotten her.
I don't think that's true, but I will say that she looks very,
But
very.
she's tough. She's tough as nails, man. She fell.
Did you see her face after that fall?
Smacked her face on the sidewalk.
Mm.
Laughed about and was laughing about it on the way to the ER.
It looked bad.
I'm scared to death that, like, you know how they talk about how it skips a generation or whatever? I'm scared to death I picked up whatever gene that is. I don't want to live that long.
I walked around the back of my truck, banged my shin on the trailer hitch the other day, and you thought they was going to call the ambulance on me. I laid out in the yard forever.
That makes my shin hurt just hearing about it.
It hurt so bad.
Did you say that the Eagles and the Cowboys split this year?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This says breaking ties in a division.
Mm-hmm.
So head to head, best won-loss tied percentage in games between each other, right? That's the main thing. They split. Okay. Second thing, best won-loss tied percentage in games played within the division. So you're going to have the best winning percentage in your division. Okay. The third, these are tiebreakers, they call them. So if you don't win, then third step, the best win-loss or tie percentage in common games. So same opponents, right?
Mm.
And then best won, loss, or tied percentage in game played within the conference. Then strength of victory. What is that? Strength of victory. What?
How many points you scored by, or how many you won?
By, I guess.
Yeah.
Strength of victory.
What? But we're not tied with them. That's the thing that's getting me right now. Like inside the division, we're actually a game up on them. They're 2-2, and we're 3-1 in the division.
Yeah.
So it's got to be the fact that
Cowboys do have a tie, though. Who'd they tie?
Green Bay.
So it's not a divisional tie then.
No, it's a conference tie, and we have not done well in the conference. I am not making a case for the Cowboys to make the playoffs. I just don't understand why we're not sitting on top of the division right now. Because in the division, we have handled business, except for one ball game.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'm asking some more questions here. Hold on.
In no way do I think that the Cowboys are more deserving to go to the playoffs than the Eagles. I am not making that argument at all. The Cowboys have played crappy this year. They have a losing record right now, 6-7. So now we do get to play the Commanders once.
The Eagles are ahead of the Cowboys in the NFC East because they have a better overall win-loss record and control their own destiny for the division title.
Yeah, but that shouldn't matter.
Despite the Cowboys splitting the head-to-head series and holding a better divisional record earlier, as the Eagles' recent strong play, including shutting out the Raiders and the Cowboys losing to the Vikings, put them in the driver's seat with a magic number of 1 to clinch.
Still, okay.
Well,
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's what I need. I need the Bills to beat the Eagles, and I need Washington to step up and win one of those two ball games.
here you go. NFL division standings are primarily sorted by overall winning percentage, not intra-division record alone.
Okay.
Not
So
just
why do
you
we-
have the best record in your division. It's how you do in the conference.
That
So
does
why do we-
explain it, but it doesn't make it less stupid.
So yeah, why do we even have the division? Why don't we just have the NFC and the AFC and then you take the best so many teams out of the NFC and the best so many teams out of the AFC instead of this divisional bullshit.
Well, they could do that, right? Because, I mean, there's only 32 teams, so that's 16 games, right?
Put them all in, play it off.
Yeah. You could do that. I don't know why they don't do that.
I mean, I understand that you want to do some interleague play. You want to play some of the teams out of AFC and stuff like that. But, I mean, I feel like the NFC should primarily be playing, the NFC during the year and the AFC during the AFC during the year. And then, that's how you find your true Super Bowl champion. But
well, it's usually like, don't they do so that you have 8 division games, right? You play everybody twice.
Yeah. Why?
Right. So that's 8 left over. Well, you're going to play everybody twice, you know what I mean? And then you have 8 games left over and they usually pick like the NFC East and the AFC West.
But
that'll be your opponents, the teams from those divisions, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is you play 17 games during the year, right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
So you could actually play everybody in the NFC and 2 opponents out of the AFC during the year. They could be like your non-conference ball games. And then you could actually know who was the best out of the NFC and who was the best out of the NFC, and then you match them up in the Super Bowl.
They got some kind of mathematician up there at the office calculating this stuff every year, trying to put
I'm sure.
I don't know how they've calculated it all, but they want to see the better teams play each other, and they want those games on Monday night or Sunday night or whatever. I don't know how they determine all that. They come out with the schedule every year, though. That's like the big reveal every year is, the schedule's out.
Nowadays, they probably just have a computer that they can put the dates into, and it probably spits out the schedule for them. I doubt that there's anybody working a board.
Does everyone get a Monday night game?
I don't think so, because I don't think so.
I've always thought Monday Night Football was based on viewership. Who gets the most viewers, and that's who they want on Monday Night Football.
No, because I don't hear it was, but that long ago it was like, it's been so many years since they've been on Monday Night Football, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I forget who it was.
Because not everybody gets to play on Thanksgiving. Cowboys and Detroit and Kansas City seem to always play on Thanksgiving.
There are several teams that always play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So
Cowboys and Lions for sure.
And then lately they've been doing like 2 games on Monday night, and then they've started this crap where we play a couple of games overseas, which I'm sure that really just thrills season ticket holders that you're taking one of my home games away and
Scotland.
Giving it to the guys in Scotland. I appreciate that.
Go play on a soccer field in Ireland.
I'm sure the players love it too. It's just so awesome, I'm sure.
I tell you what, if you are going to take one of my home games and give it to them over there, then you ought to also include a plane ticket where I can go over there and watch my home game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, we got a couple games left. Titans played at San Fran 37-24.
Yeah, they made Titans actually made a little bit of run there toward the end of the ball game. Just not enough. Just not enough.
Not enough. Niners win. Then you got old man Rivers.
Almost pulled it off, man. He almost pulled it off.
Man, he looked if
it wasn't for the
terrible
defense.
Oh
yeah, he looked awful. And we talked about this in the pre-production about how there's the thing going around about how his insurance was about to run out, and he's got 10 kids at home. You get 5 years of free insurance after you retire from the NFL, and so he re-upped. And so
are they adopting, or are those biological kids? Do you know?
I think some are adopted, but I think some of them are biological too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's a big Christian. He does not cuss on the field. He doesn't. He's.
I feel like I've heard you say some stuff.
There's actually a clip of him getting excited after a touchdown. He's yelling like, "Yeah, 72 yards!" And the guy was like, "Don't yell in my ear." He said, "Oh, I'm gonna yell in your ear." Yeah, what I thought was funny is he's got a chance at the end of the game to give them the lead, and they throw up his last time that he led game-winning drive. It was in 2020. He led a game-winning drive. I thought, man, this is crazy. This is 5 years ago. This guy just gets on. And he almost pulled it off. If the Colts defense could have held, he could have won that ball game, but they couldn't hold.
Where did he play college ball?
NC State.
Oh, I was thinking for some reason he was from the West Coast.
I had BYU on my mind, but I didn't know if it was him.
Didn't he come in same time as like Ryan Leaf? Wasn't that around the same time as Ryan Leaf?
Somewhere around then with Eli and all them.
Yeah.
Might have been that same draft, maybe. Somewhere around there.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So Seattle won. And then we already talked about the Cowboys debacle in their fall. And then so tonight we got the Miami at Pitt game. And I didn't even sniff any kind of championship or anything. Pick week. I didn't even sniff the finals in this week, I don't guess. So
no, I didn't either.
I lost at least 5.
Some guy named your mom's chest hair.
Yeah, I
don't know who that is.
I lost the Thursday night game, and it didn't get any better after that.
I think I got 3 weeks. I got 3 weeks to try and win. I have not won this year. Both of y'all have won this year. I have not won this year. Yeah.
You won 3 times?
I've won 3 times this season.
Oh my god!
Here, let me throw up a finger for you.
Hey, stop! Oh my gosh!
I have not won, and the crazy part is that I brought you two into this, and y'all end up winning.
The real crazy part is since I won the last time, I've been really busy and I keep getting behind, and I don't have time to do my reading and stuff that I normally would do. And so I just let AI pick the last 3 weeks. AI don't know nothing.
Hey, by the way, do either one of y'all have a ticket for the Powerball?
I had one last night or Saturday, but I haven't got one for. Is it tonight? Drawing for tonight?
1.1 billion, and I have.
Yeah, I don't have one yet.
For the Powerball this time.
I watched a woman in front of me buy $200 worth of Powerball tickets. And I
what?
This is the same as mine with 10 tickets.
It's like
almost zero.
That's crazy. No, I might get one if I get out later. I might get one, but
I read online there will be enough tickets sold that there will be a better chance of being struck by lightning than there will be of hitting that Powerball.
Well, I'm usually in the small odds of most stuff from what I hear. So maybe
I feel like if it was a chance for something bad to happen to me, then I would be right up there at the top of it actually happening. But since this is probably a good thing, I just don't see it happening.
I will say this. If I hit it, this show will have a stage, a set, and I will be the guy behind the glass just feeding you phone calls.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, if I did win, I don't think I wouldn't tell anybody, but there'd be some signs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's gonna be some signs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They might be able to figure it out.
Lady at work said, lady at school said, would you quit if you hit it? I said, you won't even get my keys back. I won't even pack my house. I just get my dog and go.
That's like the 3rd time this month he's been to Hawaii. What's he doing over there?
Here's the honest truth right here. If I won, I feel like I would have to continue working at the post office until I actually physically had some money, because
Oh yeah.
I would feel like something's
Yeah.
going to go wrong. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to burn all my bridges, and then I'm going to come back, and then it'll be like, oh, it turns out your ticket's invalid. I'd be like,
Yeah.
what?
If I hit it tonight, I will be at the lottery office in Little Rock tomorrow morning, and I will have money tomorrow.
I gotta have something. I gotta have some bills in my hand before I go over there.
Yeah, I feel you. I couldn't do that either. I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
As
soon as they prove to me the money's in the bank, yeah, I'm walking in, and man, I'm probably just not going to show up. I'm probably not going over there and resigning. I'm probably just not showing up.
What happened to that guy, man? I don't know.
I'm going to disappear so fast, there'll be news stories about it.
Man.
It'll be like, and his phone number's not working for some reason.
You know the coach in Virginia that they've been looking for? Have y'all seen that? The high school football coach.
Yeah. Did they find
him? He got accused of doing some pretty bad stuff with a student. Maybe he did it. Maybe I don't know the details, but they went to talk to him, and that dude's just gone. They hadn't seen him in months. He just disappeared.
They didn't find him? I saw he was missing.
I thought you might want to go talk to that little girl's dad. He might know where he is. But
I didn't think about that.
You know,
that's definitely.
But he's just gone, and the family claims they don't know where he is either.
Yeah, I'd be claiming the same thing.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. He can't get away with anything these days. They paper trails and cameras, and you can't get away with nothing. Like you think they could find him like leaving here somewhere.
He's still findable. You think they'd have found him by now?
Something. Catch him getting on a plane or something.
I don't know, man. He's probably stuffed in a hole somewhere.
He might be.
Maybe.
All right. What else we got? Did y'all watch any college basketball over the weekend?
I watched quite a bit, and I'm going to take us back to a comment that was made on the last time I watched this show, and I thought it was just Tucker being Tucker. I thought the talent was just being the talent when I said that Vanderbilt was ranked higher than Arkansas. He said they ain't played nobody. So I went back and looked at their schedule.
Yeah.
They still ain't played nobody.
They played Central Arkansas.
And they haven't played a ranked team yet and won't until the 7th of January when they get to Alabama. I mean, they ain't played nobody.
I saw that. I know. It's all right.
And I don't want to call them a pretender because they might be a really good team. But I'm also not going to call them, top of the league. And I know they show up in the power rankings and all that.
Here's why rankings shouldn't be done this early in the season. They're number 10 in the nation, and they ain't played a soul.
Yeah.
I know they're 10-0, but come on now.
Yeah, but they still got like 2 quad 1 wins or something like that somehow. I saw.
Against who was the quad 1 win?
I don't remember. I don't know. Let me go look at their schedule. Let's see.
Hang on, I got it pulled up. I got it pulled up here somewhere. Hang on. I was looking at it earlier before we started. I don't know what I did. Oh, here it is. They played just this season. They have played Lipscomb, St. Mary's, UCF, Eastern Kentucky, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Texas Southern, Western Kentucky,
St. Mary's, maybe.
VCU, St. Mary's, and SMU, and Central Arkansas.
SMU is probably a quad 1 because they're in the Big 12.
The only other one might be VCU.
It could be UCF and it could be St. Mary's. I can't ever remember which one is good. You got Mount St. Mary's and you got St. Mary's. One is usually really good. One is not very good.
Well, I mean, in that whole list of people, though, they haven't played anybody. Now, I say that on the verge of Arkansas headed to play somebody called Queens, North Carolina.
Yeah.
But
they've also played. They've also played Michigan State.
Yeah.
Louisville and
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. and got 2 wins out of those 4, and
By
had
the way,
another big one.
That was
Big
a
one
fantastic.
coming
That
up.
Texas Tech game was a fantastic game, by the way.
Yes, they played.
Okay.
They come out in the second half very determined.
I think this, if I'm looking at this correct, I think UCF
Yeah.
was a quad 1. No, it can't be right. UCF, VCU, and St. Mary's.
That would be 3 quads.
Because UCF
that-
was like number 63, VCU was 54, St. Mary's was 29, and
Well, I watched them play UCA, Central
Yes.
Arkansas. I watched them play UCA 2 nights ago, and UCA stuck with them for a long time.
If UCA would have hit their threes in the second half, they would have been in that ball game. But they went cold as ice in the second half. And I watched Kentucky get very excited about beating an unranked Indiana team. I don't know why they're so excited about beating an unranked at home too. It's not like they beat them at Indiana. They beat them at home. Neither one of them was ranked, but they were really pumped up about it. So
Same people include their own players the other night.
they're looking for wins. You know what I mean? They're looking for.
Right?
yeah, I think old Pope is wishing he'd scheduled some cupcakes like Vanderbilt did instead of some of the teams he decided.
Vanderbilt's 2-0. Or hang on, 2-0 in quad 1, 2-0 in quad 2, and 2-0 in quad 3, and then 4-0 in quad 4. So according to the statistic rankings, right? They've played some good teams.
Okay.
But those teams aren't out of your typical Power 4.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Out of those teams that Matt just, or Johnny Vegas, sorry, that Johnny Vegas just named off, okay, who out of there is going to be there in the tournament at the end of the year?
St. Mary's should be pretty good.
We'll have a shot out of their conference to make it.
UCF might be. I don't know.
And outside of a Cinderella run, none of them are going to be there in the Sweet 16 or anything. I mean, it's not like
I don't know if Vandy's going to be there. I've got to see them play a real opponent before I decide.
Well, they play number 16 Alabama on January 7th. That's the first time they see a ranked opponent.
Bro, they played UCA and only won by 11.
I'm telling you, if UCA hits their threes in the second half, they are in that ball game.
That's my point. They shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a scenario where they were almost in it.
Beat UCA by 11 at home.
They should be dog walking them dudes.
You know,
and they didn't.
Every time you watch a game at Vanderbilt, the court is crazy. Okay. But I saw a clip of a high school team. You remember the cafeteria in Ozark, and they had a stage in the cafeteria? That's how their basketball court was.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they were playing at or anything like that, but it was the craziest court I'd ever seen in my life. It was like they were playing elevated above everybody else on a stage for theater or something like that. It was weird.
It is weird. Well, I've got Vandy at number 7 in my analytic thing I made, and I updated it before we started today. They're number 7 and number 1 in the SEC. If you want to power rank SEC, and then you got in the SEC though, Vandy, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, LSU, Florida. So I mean, we're way early here. Georgia and I tell you, Georgia and LSU are not gonna. They're not gonna be hanging around at the end here either.
Well, I think it's going to matter about bench play too. You got to be able to bring some guys off the bench that can help.
Okay, I know it's way too early. Okay, way too early to say anything like this, but I feel like if the Hogs continue on the trajectory that they've been on since the beginning of the season, that we could actually win the SEC this year. I think we could actually win the SEC this year.
If they keep getting better, Yeah.
Because Auburn is not as good as they have been. I don't know if it's the change in coach or the fact that Broom graduated or what, but Auburn's just not as good as they were last year. Tennessee's still pretty freaking good. I mean, Rick Barnes puts together a good crew and all that.
They play good D, but they struggle scoring. They got two guys. That's it.
And then Kentucky's just sorry. Kentucky
dysfunctional right now, man. They're dysfunctional is what they are. They shot pretty good the other night, but most of this season they can't shoot. They can't shoot.
Pope's going to get a little bit of a matter of fact, he's already gotten quite a bit of what Cal was getting towards the end of his career. So
he better think he's lucky stars to beat Indiana. I was telling you, they might have burnt that place down if they lost to Indiana, bro. Now they got to play St. John's. They got to play them here in a couple of days.
They're going to get beat by St. John's. I predict it.
I think they're going to win that one. Yeah,
I think they might get run out of the building like they did against Gonzaga. And that's the thing. Like they played one or two teams that we've played this year, you know, and they got beat by both of them. But we stayed with Michigan State and lost at the end. We stayed with
at
Duke
home and got their place.
Yeah, we played with Duke to the end of that ball game. They did not. They got annihilated by Michigan State. Whoever it was, Gonzaga come in and run them out of the building. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, they lost to Louisville, who we beat. They lost to Michigan State by almost 20, 18, 17, something like that. They lost to North Carolina by 3. North Carolina's, I don't think that great. They lost by 30, what is that? Something to Gonzaga. And then they beat Indiana by 12.
And was pumped up about it.
Yeah, well. They beat North Carolina Central too, man.
Like Kentucky.
Okay, you want to know what's going on? I'll tell you. I'm on the secret insider stuff boards all the time, looking around and stuff. And I'm not an insider, but I'm watching all that stuff in Discord and stuff, right? There was a guy that said, now I have no idea if this is true. Okay, let me preface that with this. Supposedly, Aberdeen, the guy that transferred from Florida to Kentucky, okay, that guy and Otega Owe slept with his girl.
Oh, no.
And that caused a bunch of drama in the locker room and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's true. I saw it on a message board. Take that for what it's worth. You know
3 years ago, I was wanting Trevin Brazile off the team. Like I was tired of him. I didn't care if he stayed. I was happy if he went to the NBA or wanted to transfer somewhere else. And was I wasn't even excited about him staying when Cal showed up and Cal gave him a spot. I was not excited about it at all. And they had all kinds of little rumors going on about stuff going on in the locker room and things like that.
Yeah.
But there was definitely dysfunction going on that year. So stuff like that can screw up a locker room real quick.
It can, for sure.
Some suckers turned out to be a player, though.
Man, Cal brought out the beast in that boy.
Although I will say, I thought his stats would be better.
He still had a couple of games this year where if you can go in there and get him mad and get him angry, he does not play well.
You mean your yearly averages? What are you talking about?
Well, he's right now for the season, he's about 14 points a game, 13.9. He's got 7.5 rebounds a game, and his field goal percentage is only 51.9%. So I just thought after watching him the last few games and watching how dominant he can be, I thought when I looked up his stats, I would see better stats than I see.
Well, there are some stats that don't show up on a sheet, like intensity on defense, going after loose balls, being the sometimes it's not how much you score, it's the moments in which you score in. And some of those threes that he hit against Texas Tech were so timely. Like they were getting ready to run off from us in the first half, and he hit a couple of big threes that got us back into the game.
He juked that Tech the other night.
And the reason he got away with that juke is because he was nailing them from the 3-point line. And he turned up his defense in the second half. Ewing, I was real happy. Ewing come out and played kind of weak the first 10 minutes of the game, and then come out and he ended up with in 5 minutes, he ended up with 7 rebounds real quick and helped us get a little run going. I was happy. I think that Nick Pringle is weak. Golly, is this guy? Both him and Ewing need to hit the daggum weight room. And I brought this up.
That's what's frustrating.
I know it, but he can't finish. It's like every time he gets inside, he gets the ball stripped away from him.
I'm watching the stuff at the beginning of the year where they're doing testing and the NBA combine stuff and all that stuff. He's jumping higher than everybody. He jumped just as high as Billy in Brazil. And Billy can get up, dude. That kid can get up.
It's just around the basket. He is not dominant like he should be, man.
Weak hands, maybe. I don't know. It is frustrating because he is strong, and he don't play strong though.
He don't play strong. So, I brought up Benji Mahan before. Like Benji Mahan was not this great athletic guy or whatever, but when you threw him the ball in the post, I don't care. Johnny and I both could hang off the basketball, and you could not rip it away from him. He had the best grip inside. And I feel like these college guys, man, especially Ewan and Pringle, they get the ball inside, and the first thing that happens is they get it stripped away from them, or they can't catch it. It gets thrown into them and they fumble it out of bounds or something like that. It just, there is no emphasis on post play. It was so interesting to watch Texas Tech feed it into Toppin, and Toppin just dominated us because you can tell these kids don't practice that crap. They don't practice playing defense in the post. Nobody throws to the post anymore.
No, but I wanted that kid. I wanted him 2 years ago when he transferred to Texas Tech. I was like, man, we need that kid.
I just wish
he should have went pro last year.
He can't shoot a free throw though.
Jason, in your rankings, who's number one?
Oh, hang on. I got Michigan number 1, Duke number 2, Arizona number 3.
Where's Michigan State fall in?
Michigan State is number 8.
Where's Arizona?
They're number 3.
Number 3?
Michigan, Duke, Arizona.
The AP Top 25 has Arizona at 1, Michigan 2. And the coaches poll has Michigan 1, Arizona 2. So they're reversed.
Yeah, well, these guys are crazy. If you ain't seen Michigan play, them dudes are big, fast, shoot threes. It's ridiculous. They're really good. They got beat the other night, but they're really good.
Well, that's the thing about this new way of playing basketball, this drive and kick and this
pass up a 4-footer for a 20-footer.
Yeah, shooting threes all the time and all this is when you live by the 3, you die by the 3. You hit a night where just nothing will go in and you're going to lose by 30, So,
well, Michigan has one of the highest strength of schedules so far, and they are 4-0 in quad 1, and they hadn't just been winning, barely winning these games. They've been blowing these dudes out. So they're good. They're good. Duke's good. Houston is good. We got to play them next Saturday. That's going to be a tough one.
We're going at home, though.
No, we're going.
I thought.
There?
No, it's a neutral site. It's a neutral site, I believe.
They're playing in Brooklyn
at
where the Nets play, I think.
Meadowlands or whatever.
But that's weird, isn't it? Houston and Arkansas are going to go to New York and play. Like, what do we do?
I don't know, but that game in New Jersey, the young man that Randy, my daughter's dating, is doing some camera work for the Razorbacks. He put in for the job and got the job. And I think him and her are going to leave Pittsburgh and go to New Jersey for that game before they come home.
Oh, good for them.
I think the reason that they do that, I think the reason the Cal does that is because it helps him recruit in those areas.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's a lot of talent that comes out of that area up there.
Oh, he gets guys up there all the time. That's where.
Yeah.
I mean, Akers from Michigan.
We don't call him.
Thomas is from Pennsylvania. So.
We don't call him the Cal father for nothing, man. Come on now.
PayPal Cal. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
Anything else about basketball? We're stretching into the hour. we're pushing it here. What else I have? I said, the Heisman. Let's talk about that right quick. The Heisman. The kid from Indiana wins and gave a speech. You can be just like me. I was in your shoes one time. I used to be a nobody. Now look at me. You can do it too. And it was good. Fiery. I liked it. I like him. His mom's sick too or something. So that makes it even better.
I didn't understand what was wrong with her though. I missed that part.
I don't know. Something I didn't hear what she was. I want to say MLS.
I heard her say that in a time when she was embarrassed to have the disease, that he stood by her. But I didn't know what disease she had she would be embarrassed about.
I don't know either. But then, and then Pavio, ripping everybody for not winning. And he's just such a, I don't know.
You don't like him?
I don't like him. I don't think. I think he's a good player, but his personality just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
He's fired.
Probably just me, man.
I feel like he reminds me of Johnny Manziel, like his attitude and his
a lot of bravado.
He got little man syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of does. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. The guy wins.
They were talking about his future, and they were talking about if he could go in the draft. And I went, no.
Probably,
he can't play that position in the
dude.
NFL.
If Brandon Allen can go in the NFL draft, if he can get signed in the NFL, then Pavia can get signed somewhere. He might play backup his whole career, but he can go to the NFL. I mean, he could do it.
I think he might actually be 5'9". He's been lying about being like 5'10".
Well, I mean, but look at Kyler Murray and Tua and Hofstadter.
He ain't no Kyler Murray. He ain't no Kyler
Murray. Doug Flutie. I mean, there's been a history. Russell Wilson. There's been a history of small quarterbacks before. And not only that, but he's also been like what Big just did. Like he's been underestimated his whole freaking career, and he's done nothing but
drive him too.
He's done nothing but prove people wrong. So I mean, I'm not saying that he could go to the NFL and be a Russell Wilson and win a Super Bowl. I'm saying that he could run backup. He could do Cooper Rush's job. Give me a break. I mean, he could do that.
Hey, Cam Newton calls out Diego for classless post.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
That means a lot coming from Cam. I mean,
classless. I'd say so. Classless,
When you consider class in the world of college football, Cam Newton's who you think about.
You think of of Cam Newton.
That ain't who I think of, just so we're on the same page.
No.
He might be the
that guy.
He might be the richest dumb person in the world. And that's saying something.
I think he's dumb on purpose, though.
I
think it's all it's got to be an act. You can't be that dumb. You think so?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can be that dumb.
Well, I mean, there are some other ones, Stephen A. and them other guys.
One interview with
I trained a guy one time, and I always have lived in a world where there are no stupid questions. Okay, there are no stupid questions. By the time I got done with the route and training this guy, I realized there are stupid questions in the world. There are dumb, stupid questions. You know. So
What did he ask you? How you roll down the window?
it was almost that bad. It was almost that bad. Like,
Hey man, do you have to deliver all this mail or just some of it?
yeah, exactly. Like so the mail goes in the box. Yes, the mail goes in the box. And then he puts the mail in the box and he's like, I just go to that one up there. I said, yeah, that next mailbox right up there. That's where you go to. By the end of the day, dude, I had had enough. I was like,
you can't be a mailman.
It's the only time I've ever went in and told management. I was like, not on my route. Send him to somebody else. I'm done with this guy. I can't do it. And he didn't make it. He was that stupid. Because I believe to do my job, if I could teach a monkey to read, a monkey could do my job. Okay. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all.
Most jobs are kind of that way.
Yes.
In other sports news around the state, Harding University out of Searcy had won the D2 championship last year, national champions. They're back in the championship game this coming weekend, and another D2 national championship try. And they play Ferris State, which is where the Ole Miss quarterback came from. When he transferred to Ole Miss, he came out of Ferris State.
Oh, Chablis?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, before he got to start when they played Arkansas, and David Basil, of all people, said, this guy right here, he said, when he gets the start, and he's getting the start today, he won't ever let it go. He won't ever give it back to that other kid. He said, this kid is that good. David Basil knew that kid was going to be good. And he is. That Chambliss kid is really good.
And David saw him in the D2 championship the year before that.
I guess.
Well, there's some pretty big names in the portal already. See DJ Lagway from Florida hit the portal.
Yeah.
That's a big time QB out there. What's his name? Minnie Mahomes, Raiola, or whatever his name is.
Oh, from Nebraska? He left Nebraska?
Yeah, he hit the portal. So it's going to be some shuffling around in the portal and stuff coming up.
Now, can I enter the portal and go back to the same school that I entered the portal from?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but they have to recruit you back in, just like, because once you're out, you're out. So they have to go get you.
Have you noticed how they announce stuff too now? So-and-so re-signed with whatever, like it's different now. It's not like, oh, so-and-so committed.
Oh, it's re-signed.
That's why he re-signed.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Every year you get a new one.
It's different now. It's different. They're starting to use different language, different terminology. It's changing, boys. It's changing.
Well, I got some shakeup. Michigan still got to find a coach, so no telling what those guys are going to do.
Gosh, you hear all about that, huh? That's great.
Yeah. That's a mess. I hate it. I always liked that guy too. I always thought he was a good coach.
Then he gets out and immediately starts messaging OnlyFans models, and they're blasting him all over the internet.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Dude,
how about all the rumors about Alabama's coach is going to go to Michigan?
I thought the best part about the whole thing is that when I heard about it, it was a buddy at the post office, and he said, "Yeah, did you hear the Michigan coach pulled a Petrino?" So
yeah,
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but that's hilarious because I already, without even reading the story, I knew what was going on.
Have you seen those AI videos of him where he's dressed like Petrino was in that one picture where he's got the neck brace on and he's all bruised up and stuff?
I've seen him. You know the couple that got caught at the Coldplay concert or whatever, and they're
yeah.
He's got his arms around Petrino and he's standing behind
Hey, I saw news about Petrino across my feed today that he's being considered to be the OC at North Carolina, I guess. What's his face? LSU?
Belichick.
Yeah.
Belichick. Yeah.
Belichick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's pretty wild. He's in the running, I
Good
guess.
pickup for him. He's a good offensive coordinator.
Yeah. I think that'd probably be really good for both of them, probably.
Yeah. But there were rumors that with Sharon out at Michigan that Alabama's coach would run and go to Michigan. I went, why?
I said that too. He put out a thing that said he ain't going nowhere.
Is he from Michigan? Like, did he graduate from Michigan?
I don't know.
No, but they you know how all these big schools are. As soon as they have an opening, they think everybody going to drop their drawers and come running down there to their school because they're Michigan or whoever.
He'd much rather be at Michigan than Alabama.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't.
No, I don't think he would.
Well, I mean,
You lose 3 games to Alabama and still make the playoffs. You don't want to leave a place like that.
Well, Penn State did the same thing. Penn State, like 3rd game of their 4th game of the year, ended up firing their coach, and then everybody else had a coach, and they still didn't have one, and they like got rid of theirs first before anybody else.
Yeah, DeBoer's on time clock though. If he doesn't win, a championship in the next 2 years or something, they'll run him out of town. They already kind of want to run him out of town.
I will say this. I think this year, if it did anything at all, this year taught colleges, you don't get rid of your coach till about week 10.
Yeah.
Well, again, the whole thing is the calendar. The calendar is so messed up because you can't, like the Lane Kiffin thing, he had to make the decision before the bowls or what, because he's got recruiting and stuff to do he's going to leave.
Yeah.
So the transfer portal the whole thing needs to be revamped. We need a commissioner. We need a commissioner, and I vote for John Gruden. I think John Gruden ought to be the commissioner of the NCAA. That's who I think ought to be.
There was a college football coach that I saw on a clip, and he's in a press conference. And they were talking to him about college football, and I can't remember who it was now, but he's pretty well known. But he said, no, college football is broken. We broke it. We broke college football.
Yeah, and
it's not. I don't know how we're going to put it back together.
Yeah, and here's a word that the younger people like. It's not sustainable. This is not sustainable. This model that you got going on. What's going to happen is 20 schools out there are going to get to keep their sports, and the other schools are not just going to lose football; they're going to lose everything. Like we're not going to have sports on the collegiate level except for about 20 or 30 schools. Yeah, and the rest of them are going to be screwed.
Syracuse will be playing lacrosse, but other than that, there won't be any out there.
They're all going to go bankrupt. I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, and and now they're starting to let these companies come in and buy parts of their program or whatever. Yeah, that'll work out real well.
But we talked about that. I remember talking about that this summer or something.
We
saw a story about that.
Yeah, private equity firms. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's sell our university to a private equity firm. Yeah. That's a great idea.
And this is not what NIL was intended for. Like, NIL was a kid that is like an Arch Manning who has a name for himself and has a chance to make some money off of his name. That's what it was intended for.
You're going to put Manning on a Texas jersey and sell it in the bookstore. He gets a cut. That's what it was supposed to be.
That was what it was for. And instead it's turned into, let's just pay everybody.
Everybody gets paid. Yep.
Everybody gets paid.
And I will say this. I don't mind the guys making a little bit of money. I really don't. But there has to be, somebody's got to come out. NCAA, John Gruden, and Trump, I don't care. Somebody's got to come out and say, okay, this is how much. You can't do more than this.
Here's a cap. Even the pros have a cap. Like, here's the cap. You can't go above it, whatever.
Well, the problem is there's nobody to enforce it.
But
there's no police.
College sports is awesome. I love college. Night before last, and watched, I swear to God, y'all are going to laugh at me. I watched Nebraska and Texas A&M play volleyball. And, man, I was into it. It was a good match. Regional finals, and it was A&M knocks off Nebraska. It was awesome.
Hadn't been beat all year long.
Yes, and they knock them off.
I've never heard a gym so quiet in my life. Because it's packed with Nebraska fans, and the only thing you can hear are the A&M girls screaming and yelling.
It was fantastic.
There was like 200 and something games or something like that in a row or something.
Yeah, they've been national champions like 3 or 4 years in a row.
Not this year.
Not this year, baby. Yeah, that's right.
Knocked out, yeah. The wife's fam's kind of upset about that.
That's what college sports was supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be all this business model and stuff. That's for after college, and we've just gotten way away from all that.
Oh yeah.
But it also used to be that a guy would come, like you get a Christian Laettner goes to Duke. He stayed at Duke for 4 years. He was like, you can say what you want about Steph Curry, but SOB's been on the same team the entire time he's been in the NBA. He ain't gone looking to form any super team somewhere else. He hasn't tried to get out of his contract to go somewhere else. And
he hadn't pulled the Cleveland run.
No. And you don't have that in sports anymore. Like, you don't have that on the pro level. You don't have that in college anymore. A kid that you like one year, you go out, you ain't going to buy his jersey. Why would I buy his jersey? I don't even know if he's going to play for us next year.
I think more kids are going to start staying, though, with the kind of money that's being thrown around. Even Shaq came out the other day and said, man, would I been one and done if they'd have paid me?
Yeah, but would you stay? Are they going to stay at the same university, or are they going to play at 4 different universities?
Well, they need to make rules for that. But
let's start with this.
Yeah,
Shaq got paid. Let's not lie about it. He was getting paid. And then let's go to this. I think if you could put a cap on NIL about how much the kid can make, that's a start. But the next thing is, and I don't think every kid out of high school picks the right college for themselves. Okay, maybe it don't go well. But you get to go in the transfer portal one time, and then you can't do it anymore. So one transfer in the portal.
Well, I like that. I heard somebody float this idea, like you have to be a junior before you can enter the transfer portal. So you start at a university. It's just they used to have they might still have it for the NFL. You got to be a junior to go in the draft.
I feel like that first year, like sometimes you get there and it ain't what you thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? I think that first year would be like, okay, you can
say hello to life. That is life. Nothing is the way that you think it's going to be.
If you're going to have the transfer portal,
Kane Archer is going to leave Greenwood and go to Utah. All right.
Well,
and if it don't work out at Utah, I think Kane Archer ought to have a chance to go somewhere else. I just don't think he ought to have the chance to transfer 14 times and play 27 years like Pavia, be 42 years old and still playing college football and is 19. And that's wrong.
It's not good for the kid. It's not good for the school. It's not good for the team. It's not good, Anyway.
And plus, that transferring around is what pushes that money up quite a bit because everybody's trying to buy that kid back out of the other university. If he didn't have any transfers left, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
All this retention is the same. Yeah. Retention is expensive too.
All this goes back to agents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
one agent.
All right, dude. All right, I'm getting hungry. I want to get off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great show, guys. Appreciate you, Johnny, for
y'all ain't never gonna invite me back. Shows are too long. I gotta get out of here.
We'll talk more about this, but we got some ideas maybe. All right, I will catch y'all later. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Monday Night Football. That's what we got going on tonight.
Monday Night Football, yeah.
Packing and moving and grooving, so I will be busy. I'll catch y'all later.
Don't forget the Veteran Bowl tomorrow, man. You got to check Troy and Jacksonville State. Don't want to miss that.
Peace out, guys.
Peace, brother.
See you, man.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.